I was not excited to work in the corporate world anymore, and I was not excited to work on for clients. That many people come to Dubai with this temporary mindset.
Because that is again a challenge for so many women, to go back to the drawing board, to learn something new, to reinvent yourself, to begin somewhere fresh.
Business partnership, it's like a marriage.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
like life partnership, it's the same.
Have that support from a partner is so precious.
All mothers are so much better leaders than when they were before.
You need to think about yourself, you need to love yourself, you need to understand that you're also important.
This is my motivation. I always want to achieve more, I always want to continue, I always want to grow. It just doesn't stop.
Welcome to the Come Alive podcast. Today on the podcast we have Yulia Fedorishina, a dynamic entrepreneur, an INSEAD MBA, and a mother of three. From her early years at PwC to founding Ribambelle and growing a family of businesses across Russia, Central Asia, and the Middle East, Yulia's story is one of reinvention, trust, and feminine strength. In this episode, we explore what it means to build with heart, lead across cultures, and navigate the complex beauty of partnership, parenting, and purpose. Excited to have Yulia, a fellow YPO member, on this show today. So welcome, Yulia, to the Come Alive podcast. I'm super excited to know more about your journey, and I'm so proud to have you and share your journey on this podcast today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, Meher.
What made you start Ribambelle?
Oh, this was a journey. And as for many women, the journey started with having my first child. I was working as a financial consultant for many years. I have business background, financial education, and I was working as a financial consultant 14 hours per day, all this client work, amazing, very engaging, very fun. And then I got my first child, and after a few months I came back to work, and I realized how inefficient everyone is. Because as a mother, you value your time so much. You want to do everything fast, super efficient, and come back, right? And motherhood changed women a lot. And
Yes.
I believe that all mothers are so much better leaders than when they were before. And I came to the office and I saw people having lunches for 1 hour, all this networking, coffee breaks, cigarettes, whatever. I was like, guys, let's do work and leave at 6. Why do we do all these things and even super late hours? And also I realized that it doesn't meet my need anymore. I was not excited to work in the corporate world anymore, and I was not excited to work on for clients. And I decided that I want to see what other opportunities for me. I always knew that I want to do my career. I want to be successful. I want to work. I enjoy it a lot, but I didn't know exactly what I want to do. So I decided that I go for my MBA, and I choose INSEAD Business School because INSEAD is well known for diversity. It's the most diverse business school. They have a lot of 30 nationalities. They have a lot of people with different backgrounds. They really value outstanding backgrounds. And INSEAD, as compared to the US MBA, for example, the average age is 28, 29 years. So you can imagine people after graduating, if you are having your MBA when you're 24, you have only 3-4 years of experience. When you're having your MBA at 28, you have it's double experience, right? And I wanted to see the experience. I wanted to meet different people to find out what is there in the world, what can fulfill my ambition, and yet that I enjoy it and I have time for my family. So this was my first move. And INSEAD is well known for entrepreneurship. They have very strong entrepreneurship courses, right? So I took a lot, and it changed my view. I didn't want to be entrepreneur ever before, but the courses changed the way how I look at this. The professor, we had a super cool professor, Karan Gerolta. He was breaking all my thinking about entrepreneurship. He was like, idea is nothing, execution is everything.
Wow,
the idea
nice.
You can find easy. Just go around, look, where is the pain? If you can deal with this, if you will kill this pain for people, you're successful. So with him, it sounded so easy. So this is why after coming from my MBA, I decided that I want to try. I want to become entrepreneur. And I thought I will start with something easy, what I know very well. It's something to do for moms. This is how Ribambelle came to life.
Yes, absolutely.
From my own pain, right?
Yes, you did mention in your recent Forbes article that it was difficult to take your little one out and then at the same time feed your milk or to the child or have some alone space time, and it was uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. Now I believe that there is more places for kids, and especially in the Middle East, it's such a kids-friendly culture. It's amazing. If I compare my 15 years ago in Moscow, the places which would be fun for kids and cool for parents, they didn't exist. When you go to fancy restaurant with your kid, you just feel that you are not welcome. Everything tells you that there is no place where you can breastfeed. There is no child chair, whatever. Nothing is there. So they just show you by the architecture that it's not place for you. And I felt very unfortunate. I was like, why it's not for me anymore? I didn't become any other person. I just have a baby. That's it, right? So it was also for me quite shocking. So this was my pain at the moment, but I didn't know that it's so easy to change. And INSEAD taught me that if you don't like something in your life, go and change it. You can do it yourself.
That's so courageous. And how did you do it all? How did you study and you were already a mother? How did you manage that? Because that is again a challenge for so many women, to go back to the drawing board, to learn something new, to reinvent yourself, to begin somewhere fresh. So that's a huge learning.
This only could happen thanks to my husband, honestly. He supported me all the way. Obviously, when you have a child, 3-year-old child, it's not obvious decision to go for the MBA. And I was actually one of the few. I think in our class, out of 1,000 people, I think there was only 2 students who had kids, or 3. So it was really minority, because you're right, it's very hard. My husband supported me fully. He said, you want to do this? He had MBA by that time already. He knew how great it is. He knew how it changed you internally. It's not so important for education or for knowledge. It's important for you realizing who you are, mindset, you believe in yourself, to see different options in the life. I mean, it just it gives you so many other new opportunities. So my husband was super supportive. He spent most of the time with the kid, and this gave me the chance to get my MBA.
And how long was the program?
It's a 1-year program. It's 1-year program.
But on campus?
On campus, yes. But you're right, it was more difficult. I couldn't network as much as students without kids. I couldn't go to all these trips and parties because half of the time the child was with me. So on some trips I went with the nanny. Was it fun? Not really. and other students, especially guys, they were looking at me and nanny and the kid, all these coming with them to the trip, and I could see that they are not super excited. So it was challenging, but I'm so happy that I did it, and I will be forever thankful to my husband that he acknowledged that this is important to me, and he supported me.
Yeah, that's beautiful, and to have that support from a partner is so precious.
Absolutely.
It's so precious.
I think to choose the right partner for everyone, not only for women, it's such a life-changing decision.
Absolutely.
It stays with you, it impacts all your life afterwards. So I was lucky, I was blessed to have a right partner next to me.
Absolutely. So your vision really developed more, and you got the hunger to do something better with yourself and with your life after being a mother. So where did this drive come from to keep going? Because, like I mentioned, that you need courage, you need to think about yourself, you need to love yourself, you need to understand that you're also important. When so many mothers or women give up at that time because they feel that I'm not a priority. Mm-hmm. How did you manage that?
I think I also had I think all mothers, it's normal to think you're not priority. You have so many other priorities, and your kid is definitely your priority. And I don't think that for me important was that I decided that I am priority. I think I was always I'm coming from the very humble family, very humble background. And I think this hunger, it just stays with me. Whatever we have achieved, like my husband and I, this hunger stays with me. And I'm very thankful. Now I realize that this is my motivation. I always want to achieve more. I always want to continue. I always want to grow. It just doesn't stop. Whatever we achieve, it doesn't stop. And I think this is the main reason why I keep going. My business now is for already 15 years old. And we're coming to the new countries, we are opening new businesses, and this is such an interesting journey. And now it's becoming more and more easier because my kids are growing up, right?
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
becoming, and now you're having your life back, you control it better, and you have your business, so you can give more to your business. So I'm blessed that I have been going through these challenges, and now I can continue having already like solid background.
And you have expanded across countries, and you have grown the business multiple folds. How has that journey been?
It was extremely interesting. So my partner and I, we opened our business in Moscow first, and after we did franchising, and in our franchisee in Kazakhstan opened their own restaurant, and it was amazing to see how it goes, and then I decided to open a restaurant in Dubai. And my partner opened in Uzbekistan, and so now we are we have 7 restaurants in 4 countries. This becoming a global business, and it's super interesting. It's very challenging, of course. Opening something in a country which is not your home country, where you don't have network, when you don't understand the rules. The rules, unspoken rules.
Yes.
Because in every country there is laws, but there is also rules which everybody just know it. And opening business in an absolutely different environment, it was very challenging. I think opening Ribambelle in Dubai was the most challenging in my entrepreneurship career. But now, after 1 year since we opened, I'm super happy that I did this. I can see how the project grows, how many families we have. We have, for the first 1 year, we had over 70,000 customers, which is great, for the first year. And when you talk to mothers in Dubai, most of the people know us. So I think it's an amazing achievement.
No, I'm so proud of you to hear and to hear this and what you have created. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
But so tell me, what was your one biggest challenge to open this restaurant in Dubai?
The biggest challenge for me was understanding the different cultures. In Russia, because we are all from the similar background, just by talking with the people, I know already what he's going to do, when he's going to do this. I didn't have to write everything down. I just can feel, and I knew what will happen. So here, with some people, the words doesn't mean, they are not as strong as in Russian culture, for example. For us, if you say it, you do it. Or maybe for me, it is like this. And many people I met here, maybe because I didn't have good recommendations, I didn't have strong network. But a lot of people I met here, they tell you something and they don't do this. And this was the biggest struggle for me.
So is this for the stakeholders? You mean suppliers, staff members, everybody?
Constructors, suppliers. And not only this, I thought, okay, this was stupid for me to trust someone. We have to write it down, right? To put on the paper, to whatever, email. But even after putting on the paper, people still didn't
so they didn't deliver what they promised in the scope of work.
And for me, yes, this was the biggest shock. I now, looking back, I think it's mainly for the 2 reasons. First is different nationalities have different standards, and they have different understanding and reading between the lines, which I cannot do with all nationalities. I understand some now. And second is that many people come to Dubai with this temporary mindset. They come to Dubai with the idea of earning money, not earning the reputation. They don't think my reputation will have impact to my business and to my kids, and I will give this business to kids. I believe most of the people, many people think temporary, And this is why they think short term. This was emotionally it was very difficult for me because I'm used to trust people. I'm kind of person who trusts people until they prove otherwise. And it didn't work well for me here.
So you have a very high value of trust.
I did. Now I double check everything.
And so how is it working with a partner? You mentioned you have a partner in your business.
Yes.
And since you mentioned trust, what is the role of trust in any partnership?
Oh, it's huge, right? Business partnership, it's like a marriage.
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
like life partnership. It's the same. So my partner and I, we are together for 14 years now. And it's a partnership. Of course, we had ups and downs. Like, it's not a fairy tale at all. It is difficult. It's challenging. And also, it's about self-growth and self-ego. You know, there are so many aspects in a business partnership. And the trust is extremely important, care. And sounds like, it sounds simple, but we were like similar values. We were so lucky when we met. We didn't know each other very well. We were not friends. But it came out that we had similar values. Like, money for us was not in the first place ever. So we never fought about money, never. We never had any arguments. We always agreed. And this was amazing. And this was, I think, what brings a lot of problems in a business partnership.
Yes.
Is your view to the money, right? And we didn't have this issue. And also, every business book or every business professor would tell you that it's wrong. But what helped us a lot is that we were doing the same thing. We were duplicating. So we were both owners of the company, and we were both like CEO. So we were running the company. And we did not separate our responsibility. We were doing everything the same. We were duplicating. And someone might say that it's inefficient, but for the mother, for the woman, it was the best decision. Looking back, we didn't know. We were not that smart then. We didn't know that we are doing something great. But looking back, it was amazing. It worked so well for us because I have 3 kids. She has 2 kids. Having 5 kids for one business, you can imagine, almost every day something happens. Someone got sick, you have to go to school, the teacher wants to see you, you need to see the new coach, whatever. So whenever one of us had to be present for the family, another one always could stay in the company and we didn't lose. So we were stepping in all the time for each other. We didn't lose any information because we were duplicating. Yes, it was not efficient, but for us as a women, for mothers,
in the initial years it worked.
It was amazing. It was amazing. And I didn't have this guilt. You know, a lot of mothers have guilt that they're not present for kids. Because, there is no balance, right? You have problems at work, you go to work. You have problems with kids, you go to kids. You cannot balance this. You just constantly catching the
ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So having the partner, this is what gave me the self-confidence and this presence in both family and business.
That's a great perspective. Like you said, that every business guru would say that you're duplicating resources, you're duplicating yourself, and you're wasting time, and you're wasting, it's not efficient, but it worked for you. So you did what worked for you. So I love it because it also says in your article in the Forbes, and of course we've had the conversation, that you lead with your heart.
Yes.
What does that mean to you? Because that holds a very special place in my life. Conscious leadership, leading with the heart, especially when we become parents. It's that mother instinct that you run your business with. Even if it is a business that is not serving toddlers or serving children, it's still that love in your heart for yourself, for your child, for the environment, for your family, for your business that you lead with. And I'm a strong believer of that. So what does that mean to you, leading by heart?
Yeah, there are so many examples of this, over these many years. It's your attitude towards employees, towards your customers, towards your suppliers. Sometimes you make the decision which doesn't make business sense. It doesn't bring you profit. It might be actually loss making. But you know that this is the right thing to do. And this for me is leading by heart, As an example, pandemic. It was a disaster for restaurant business, right?
Yes.
When COVID pandemic hits, I was thinking that everything what I did over the last 8 years just disappeared. At the beginning, when it was locked down, nobody knew when it will close. Right now we are looking back, it looks easier than it was at the beginning.
Yes.
I was thinking like, okay, so now I have to start new chapter completely from zero. This was my first, initial thinking. And then I realized that, I still have this in place. I still have this business. It's not earning money, but it's an asset, or maybe it's already liability, but I have to do something with that. I cannot just leave it, even if it's liability, right?
Correct.
So I somehow stopped being stressed at all. I was just, every day, I was making decisions. And one of the first decisions which my partner and we made, that we are not firing people. We are just not firing anyone, because in the restaurant business, people don't earn much and they don't usually have savings. And we decided that we told everyone, like, guys, we keep all of you like for 2 or 3 months. We pay you salary, base salary, of course, no bonuses, anything like that. And then we see how it goes. We cannot sustain it forever. But we bring money back to the business. We will pay this, and let's see how it goes. And it's also like your audience is from all over the world, right? But not in every country government supported employees. So it was our responsibility as business owners. We were the only one who could take care of employees. And this was our first decision. And then second decision, it came out that all these hospitals which were full of the COVID patients, and the doctors were spending there like 24 hours, right? Because it was crazy. But all restaurants closed, and all coffee shops in the hospital or around the hospital also closed. And the doctors, they didn't have a place where they could have lunch. Such a simple thing which you do not think in advance. And so what we started doing, because we had all this in place on the payroll anyway, it didn't cost us extra. We had full fridges of food anyway, it didn't cost us extra. So we thought, okay, let's send lunches to doctors every day.
Wow.
Just like
Such
to
a
support
noble
them.
Cause.
And it turned out, like we posted about this in the social media, and a lot of our customers contacted us. They said, we also want to help. And they started sending us money so that we could pay for this, and we continued. This became huge. We sent like tens of thousands of lunches to hospitals because our customers started supporting us.
So you start creating impact.
We created huge impact. Of course, we didn't earn anything, but we didn't lose. And for COVID, it was amazing result.
Yes.
And it came out from our decision, like, okay, let's keep in place and we will figure out it somehow. We don't know yet how.
So the intention was set from the heart. It was like you wanted to take care of everyone. You wanted to make sure that their families and they don't go hungry. It's beautiful. And how do you do this? How do you keep yourself, I want to say, conscious, connected to yourself, the ability to see somebody else's pain rather than your own, or think of money rather than people? How do you have a routine of inner connection, self-awareness? Like how do you do this?
I don't. I don't have a routine, although I should have. I don't have a routine, and I'm not always connected to myself, and I'm very often drained. And I was at one very interesting long time ago. I went to the very interesting panel, and my husband, he is CEO of the big company, and he was presenting. So I went there just to listen what he presents. And then one of the speakers, he asked, like, whose responsibility is for the CEO energy level? Who is responsible for here? Like, and everyone started laughing. Oh, of course, wife. And then the coach said, like, no. The CEO himself is responsible for his energy level. And his energy level is super important for the company. And it was, it was shocking for me back then. And now I can say, this is truth. This is how it should be, but it's not how it is. Mm-hmm. It's not how it is every day. Sometimes I'm drained. Sometimes I have zero energy to myself and I cannot give it to others. but it depends on the stage of the business. Even without energy, you have to wake up and go and do
Showing
things.
up. So
You
you
have to
believe
show
in
up.
showing up.
And you have to do it, and then you figure out like your energy level on the way. You cannot take time off all the time, and I mean it should be everyday process. And now what I try to do is like minimum things, like you have to sleep well. It's a minimum, right? And these simple things to make sure that you are present. You are present for your company, you are present for your kids. And then everyone said that you should be first, on the first place for yourself. I still didn't figure it out how's it possible. I hope soon.
So how do you balance your role as a parent? I mean, you have 3 children.
Yes.
You have a great partner in business, in your life, and you travel across countries to take care of your businesses in 7 locations. How do you do it all, and how do you balance motherhood with entrepreneurship?
First of all, I don't believe in balance anymore. I don't believe in balance. I believe that you should be passionate about what you're doing. You know, there's a statement that if you're happy going to work and you're happy going back home after work, I think this is most important. It's not about timing. It's not about, it's just about enjoying. And it's up to every one of us to make this workplace enjoyable, meaningful, and goal-oriented. It's all of us have impact on this, right? And coming back to my partner, so at the beginning we did everything as I said, we co-shared all responsibility. And then after our kids grew up a little bit and business became more stable and business grew up, it's also was our baby. And we have realized that it's not efficient, and moreover, we grew as leaders and there was not enough space for 2 of us. So I made my decision to step down. In Russian operation completely, I stepped down and my partner stayed as a CEO. And for my ego, it was super difficult decision. It took me a very long time to make it. But I'm so happy I did it. I think it was one of the best decisions. And it gave her opportunity to lead in the way she wanted. It gave clearance to our team, who is the leader, and so that they don't have to double check all the time if Yulia thinks in a different way. And most of all, I got this free time, after which I opened 2 more new businesses and I opened Ribambelle in Dubai. It would not be possible without this previous decision, although it was not that obvious back then.
Absolutely. And sometimes they say that it's important to step back, right? To see what else is possible. Because we are always running. So we don't know what else can be possible in the broader horizon.
Yeah, but ego doesn't allow you to step back.
I know. So how did you deal with your ego? That's a great question for everyone to know.
I think it took me some time. I was going through, I know that you're coaching also leaders, and yes. I had some great coaches in my life, and we also worked together on that, and I have realized that not only it's good for me actually, it is also good for the business. Because when we fight or we cannot agree on something and we don't make this decision, or for example, we don't want to fight, we want to please each other, but at the same time we have different opinion. So what we do, we just keep silent, we just don't make this decision. So it goes as it is.
Yeah.
And for business, sometimes, always, it's better to take some decision rather than not take it.
Yes.
It's better to take a decision. If it's wrong, you quickly see it's wrong, you change it. But if you don't take any decision, the problem stays and stays forever.
Absolutely.
And I just realized that this is good for our business. That's it.
So now do you have shared responsibilities,
yes,
different responsibilities?
We only communicate on a strategic level. Operationally, we don't have any overlap at all.
Oh, nice.
We have full trust. As I told you before,
yes.
We have completely, now we are working as an efficient team.
That's amazing. That's really, really amazing.
But the balance, coming back to your question, you remember, I don't know if nowadays I don't hear so much about work-life balance. I don't think anyone will use this term because it doesn't work, right? Work-life balance before it meant that I go home not so late. But now I believe it's more like, where do you feel like, if you enjoy your work, why is the problem to stay there? Like at the beginning of my career, I was working in PwC. We were all young. We all enjoyed what we are doing. It was amazing atmosphere at work. I was working until 10 p.m. I was happy.
Yeah. No, I do believe that. Like, I think you have to adjust your schedule as per what suits you. Like, so if the days my children are out at classes till late, I work till late. Like, because then, I can probably take a half day on a Friday for them. So it's more about maybe not balancing, but being present with the kids when they need you. Because I have twin girls who are 13 years old.
Yeah, nice.
So if on a Monday they have a 3-hour class after school and they're out till 8, then Monday is my longest day, because then I will do a 7 to 7. I'll do a 12-hour day. So it's all about, I think, balancing yourself, your energy, seeing what your family needs from you, and being able to be available for those moments and for those times that you are needed. And I guess that's how everyone has a different work-life balance.
Yeah, so true. Absolutely.
So having done so much, the masters, working with PwC, managing 3 children, what was that breaking moment in your life that really shaped who Yulia is? One moment that really made you who you are today, something that you discovered about yourself?
Wow. Yeah, it's hard to find one moment. Of course, there were challenges, and there were quite a few moments which was slowly making me the person I am now. And there was a lot of, in my life, I had a lot of luck meeting the right people. Looking back, I think like getting the job or getting into university, there was so small things that could go wrong, but they were right because I met someone and someone gave me good advice or helped me. And I still remember these people, on every stage of my life, there was some random person who shaped it. And I always believe that I also, when I meet people in my life and my employees, even when they leave the company, I always really wish them good. And I want to be this person who shaped them and help them to be, to become the best version of themselves. And of course, for every mother, kids, they're such a teachers to us. I have 3 kids, and all 3 have absolutely different character. And when I had 2 kids, I was comparing them to each other. One is this, another one that. I was thinking this one in these terms better, that one in other terms better. When I got 3rd kid, it changed me as mother and as person completely. I have realized that it's not about one against another. They're just all 3 individuals. And they're so different that actually there was not so much my impact, because they already are like this. They were born in the same family with the same mother and father, and they're so different. It means that life itself, to me, it was a lesson that life has such a huge impact without us interacting or being there or willing to do something. It's just happening. So a lot of things, the best you can do is just don't ruin it. Just observe how it goes.
So you believe in faith and the universe's powers?
Now I do, absolutely. Now I do. Looking at my kids, my 3rd one changed me this perspective. Before I thought everything depends on me in my life. Now I believe, yes, I should work. I should do the most, whatever I can. But the universe, the energy, this river, it goes. And it's better to go with the river. Don't try to swim against the river.
Absolutely. So that's beautiful to know that you believe in flowing rather than resisting. That's such a beautiful feeling to have and learn, and also be in that state of peace. I really believe my life has been very similar. Anywhere that I resist, it teaches me that I have to go with the flow rather than resist, because then that makes me not who I am, and I'm not comfortable in my skin. So it's always that when I flow and I trust the process, I trust the universe, better things come out of that situation, of my journey. So that's beautiful how you shared it. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
So what do you hope your children to remember about your journey, your choices, and the legacy you are leaving or living?
Well, I'm not thinking about legacy yet. Hopefully I will have some time. I really want my kids to see that the only person who can bring them up or drag down is themselves.
Wow.
This is, I truly, truly, truly hope that they will discover it at an early age. That everything in their life depends on them.
Love it. Yes.
And I don't want them to feel victims in any situation, relationship or work situation, that they should feel that they can change it. They can change what they're doing. They can change with who they're spending life. It's up to them. It's small, small decisions, everyday decisions, what brings us there. It's not difficult. It's not a rocket science. But it's up to you. As soon as they realize it's really up to them, I will be confident everything will be fine in their life.
I love this. And I'm an advocate of that. So in my book, in my first book, Come Alive, Don't Just Exist, my first chapter talks about the victim mentality. How we can change our life from a life of a victim to a life of a victor by taking charge of our lives, by understanding that our life is our choices and no one can bring us down. Like you rightly said, no one can bring us down except ourselves. And having met all these wonderful new age gurus like Vishen Lakhiani, Jay Shetty, Marisa Peers, Marshall Goldsmith, all of them say the same thing, that you need to understand that you are enough. You have the power to write your own destiny by making those shifts in yourself. You are the person in charge, responsible, accountable for who you are. It is the power of the connection with yourself, the trust within yourself, and the ability and awareness to know that everything is yours to have as long as you want it and work towards it. So it's very powerful that what you shared, that the inner strength is the most important in life. Thank you so much for sharing so openly and authentically.
Thank you. And do you think it's possible to get this without your own experience? Do you think people can truly?
I love that. Yes, and that's a question I always have with myself. I think you have to go through challenges in your life to be able to understand that you have to take charge and be the person to write your own destiny. I do believe, because like they say, even Rumi says that you need to break for the light to enter. So there has to be some kind of awareness or awakening for you to really believe that you are the master of your destiny. That time of awareness is so needed. Yeah, but I guess as parents, we'll always hope that the children have this awareness.
Yes, it just comes from us.
Yes, exactly. From our journey, so they don't have to feel the pain. Yes, that's so true. But yeah, as parents, we always hope, and I hope exactly the same for my children, that I hope that they are aware that they have to make the choices for their journey, their life, their choices to have a beautiful and fulfilled life. So Thank you again for your time
Meher.
today and being on the show.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for watching this episode of